My name's Lyra, but the art world knows me as Chroma. I am the most famous anonymous artist on the planet. My paintings sell for millions, and my identity is a closely guarded secret. To everyone at my university, I'm just Lyra, a quiet art student from a wealthy family. Life was a perfect balance of normal and extraordinary until the threats began. It started with my secret installations being vandalized just minutes after I left. Then, encrypted emails arrived threatening to expose my identity. Someone was watching me. My parents, terrified, decided I needed protection. That's when Liam walked into my life. When my father introduced him as my new bodyguard, I almost laughed. He wasn't some huge, intimidating man in a suit. He was young, looked like he'd just stepped out of a military recruitment poster, and had eyes that seemed to see right through everything. My boyfriend, Marcus, was immediately annoyed. Seriously, Lyra, a babysitter, I can protect you. This was coming from Marcus, who once called campus security because a squirrel got into his dorm room. Liam just looked at Marcus, unimpressed, and said, "I'll be with you 24/7, miss." He wasn't kidding. Liam was a shadow. He followed me to classes, standing by the door. He waited outside the library. He even insisted on tasting my coffee first, in case it was poisoned. My best friend, Chloe, thought he was intense. "He's kinda scary, Lyra, and way too handsome. Are you sure this is a good idea?" "I don't have a choice," I sighed, "but he's driving me crazy." Liam interfered in everything. When a guy in my class tried to ask me out, Liam stepped between us and asked if he had malicious intent. When I tried to sneak out to a party, I found him leaning against my car, waiting. "You're ruining my life," I yelled at him one night. "My job is to make sure you have a life to ruin," he replied. Without a flicker of emotion, I decided I had to get rid of him. If I couldn't fire him, I'd make him quit. I took him on an agonizingly long shopping spree. I made him carry dozens of bags. I tried on the same outfit in 10 different colors, asking his opinion on each. "Does this blue make me look pale, Liam?" "My opinion is not relevant to your safety, miss." He was a robot. I tried faking a sprained ankle to see if he'd carry me. He simply produced a first aid kit and expertly wrapped my ankle, telling me I should rest. My plan failed. Things with Marcus were getting worse. He was possessive and jealous of Liam. The final straw came when I found him in the student lounge, showing off photos of my private sketches, ones I had not released as Chroma, to a group of people, trying to impress them. "Lyra and we collaborate," he was saying. "I give her a lot of her best ideas." He wasn't just a bad boyfriend. He was taking credit for my soul. I dumped him on the spot. Later that week, I was in the university's private art studio, working late. I was stuck on a piece, frustrated and ready to destroy the canvas. "You're mixing your mediums too early," I jumped. Liam was standing in the doorway. He walked over and picked up a piece of charcoal. "The shadow here is too heavy. It flattens the perspective." He wasn't just a bodyguard. He understood art. He understood me. We ended up talking for hours about light and color and pressure. For the first time, I saw the man behind the job. The threats escalated. I came back to my apartment to find the door unlocked. Liam pushed me behind him and entered first. My studio space was destroyed. Paint was thrown on the walls, and one message was spray painted in huge red letters. "I know who you are." My parents insisted I leave campus. They sent us to a remote, secure cabin in the mountains. It was supposed to be a safe house. It was beautiful. But the isolation was heavy. It was just me and Liam. One afternoon, we went hiking. The trail led to a high, narrow suspension bridge over a deep ravine. I froze. I'm terrified of heights. I can't cross that, I whispered. Liam stood next to me. It's okay to be scared. He was quiet for a moment. I had a sister, he said softly, his voice different. She got lost in a crowd when we were kids. I was supposed to be watching her. I couldn't find her. He looked at me, his eyes filled with a pain I hadn't seen before. I became a bodyguard, so I would never ever fail to protect someone again. He held out his hand. I've got you, Lyra. I won't let you fall. And I believed him. I took his hand and I crossed the bridge. When we returned to campus for my final exams, things felt different. The threat was still there, but I felt safer with Liam. I was in the advanced sculpture studio, finishing my final project. My best friend Chloe was there, supposedly helping me. I'll go get us some sodas, Chloe said. Smiling as she left, I was adjusting the wiring on my installation when Liam, who'd been scanning the room, suddenly tensed. Lyra, move! Now! I looked up. A massive, heavy lighting rig, one that weighed hundreds of pounds, was tearing loose from the ceiling, swinging right toward me. I was frozen. Liam moved faster than I thought possible. He tackled me, throwing us both behind a concrete pillar just as the rig crashed down, shattering on the exact spot where I had been standing. We were covered in dust, my ears ringing. Before I could even breathe, Liam was up. He ran to the studio exit, blocking Chloe as she tried to run back in, holding her empty hands. It was you, Liam said, his voice cold as ice. What? Liam, no, I just went for drinks, Chloe cried. The rig wasn't faulty, Liam said, pointing to the ceiling. The safety cables were cut, cleanly, and I found these in your backpack this morning. He pulled a pair of heavy-duty wire cutters from his own jacket pocket. My heart stopped. Chloe? Why? Chloe's face twisted from fear to pure, ugly rage. Why? Because you have everything. You're Chroma. You get the fame, the money, the talent. I was always just Lyra's friend. I'm an artist too, but no one ever sees me. I just wanted you gone. She was the one who vandalized my work. She was the one who sent the threats. She knew my secret because I had trusted her. After the police took her away, the studio was silent. I was shaking. Liam walked over to me, his expression unreadable. I guess your job is done, I said, my voice small. No, he said. I have to resign. My head snapped up. What? Why? You just saved my life. My job is to protect you, Lyra. To do that, I have to be detached. I have to see every angle, every threat. He stepped closer, and for the first time, he gently touched my face. And I can't be detached, he whispered. Not when I look at you. It makes me a liability. He was quitting because he had feelings for me. I looked at him, really looked at the man who had seen my secret self and protected my real one. You're not fired, Liam. He started to protest, but I put a finger to his lips. But would you consider a new position? A slow smile spread across his face, transforming him completely. What did you have in mind? He didn't need to say anything else. He pulled me in, and for the first time, I felt completely, perfectly safe.